a version of the Brahmos supersonic land attack cruise missile was tested from India's east coast. Nobody told you about that because it was a very quiet test. It was unlike any other test that's been conducted of this 290-kilometer range missile, because this time scientists have unleashed the range of this missile and made it a much longer range weapon with huge implications for India's adversaries. Take a look at this exclusive. You're seeing these images for the first time here on India Today.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now.
The unmistakable roar of the Brahmos. Screaming into the air, this supersonic cruise missile is the fastest weapon in India and one of the fastest in the world. But this unpublicized test from September 30th, a video of which you're seeing for the first time here on India Today, wasn't just another test of the Brahmos missile. You cannot tell from these dramatic pictures, but the weapon being tested here is a beefed-up Brahmos. While the Brahmos has for long been restricted to a 290-kilometer range, this test last week saw the Brahmos being tested at ranges well in excess of 400 kilometers. Also invisible to the eye are a slew of improvements that make this weapon significantly more stealthy. With this range extension, several more targets come within range of the Brahmos missile, including several air bases, military establishments and Chinese army depots in Tibet. The speed and stealth of the Brahmos also ensures very little reaction time to its targets. The Brahmos, in simple terms, is now a threat to many more Chinese targets than earlier. Brahmos missile regiments are already deployed in Ladakh and Arunachal Pradesh at this time. With the range extension updates to the missile, they get longer legs. Theoretically, every Brahmos in service can now sport an extended range, including the Brahmos on Indian Navy warships. The air-launched Brahmos from the Indian Air Force's Sukhoi 30 MKF fighters, and most immediately, the Army's large number of Brahmos regiments. The hugely significant extended range Brahmos has been tested up to 400 kilometers, but will ultimately be pushed to over 800 kilometers, making it the most fearsome strike weapon in the Indian arsenal. You can be sure that China has taken note. With Shiv Aroor in Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.
So it's very simple, ladies and gentlemen. The Brahmos is already in service, and what the developers have now done is taken the missile and expanded its range by a large multiple. It used to be a 300-kilometer range missile. Now it has become a 400-plus range missile, and now the gates are open for an even further range extension to make it even further in reach to access even more targets in China, Pakistan, wherever. Just take a look at the, I want to show you what the range of this weapon is. If the missiles are based in Uttarakhand with a 400-kilometer range, large number of air bases within China and Tibet, are fully within range of this missile. When I say 400-plus kilometer range, that is still just the minimum. It can go up much higher than that in the tests ahead. If you situate the missiles in Ladakh, take a look at that huge sweep of reach that the missiles will have. The Hotan Air Base, the Nagari Prefecture, these are all large military areas of the Chinese army in the Tibet region, are all within range of this missile, and it is an extremely fast one. And of course, in Arunachal Pradesh, this gives you a sense of the 400-kilometer range. It could be much more than that once the range is extended to an even greater extent. So the Brahmos missile is huge, and you've just seen pictures of that test that nobody else has before. You're seeing them for the first time here on 5 Live. I want to go across now to India's foremost defense correspondent,